The bitch tried to poison me. She tried to poison me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know y'all ain't seen me for a while. That's because I actually took a little vacay. But that's not what y'all hear about. That's not what. Whoa. First, do y'all see the quality? The budget has expanded. But I'm not gonna waste y'all time. I'm not gonna waste y'all time. Y'all know before we get into any video, we have to go ahead and get into the word of the day. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, y'all. So as y'all seen by the title, another trip video. I actually seen someone comment and I was like, I love that. I love when y'all engage. So I'm giving it to y'all. So this story time is about how I went on a Miami trip with a jealous friend. I want to also know, I did not know that this girl was like jealous before I went. All right. It was one of them things that you got to live through to see. It was signs, but I wasn't just trying to accuse her if she was jealous of me. I had to see. All right. So let's jump into the story time. Y'all remember when I told y'all senior year I moved to a new school? I moved to a new high school. At that high school, I met two girls. Friend A, she started focusing on her relationship, so she wasn't really there. With that being said, me and Misty, that's what we're going to be calling the girl, we end up getting super close. And yeah, I'm going to tell y'all a few things about Misty before we even start the video. Misty is Jamaican. She's like Jamaican. I say that as far as like being raised in Jamaica, understanding the culture and not just being a descendant. We bonded over that. Misty had a car. That's really important for any story times that I tell y'all when it comes to like friendships or anything. And I say that because I grew up like with my parents making sure that I was straight. So it was hard finding a friend who parent equally thought the same and provide them like regular stuff like a vehicle. And then two, Misty was light-skinned, caramel light-skinned, and had like everything that you think of like a light-skinned, long hair, all of that. But she was still black, but you know what I mean? Like she still had like really nice textured hair, soft textured hair, I really should say. And she was light-skinned. And then four, she was a catfish. What I mean by that is she edited her pictures and she did not look the same in real life from the face to the body. She had a really P body. I have a really curvy body. I had like the typical BBL body naturally. Thank you, mama. Thank you, God. So those are like the rundown facts that y'all need to know. All right, let's get into the video. So months had went by. Me and Misty started hanging out a lot more with friend A disappearing. Cool. So this happened around spring break. Me and Misty both have family in Miami and we're in Florida. So Miami was obviously like a fun spot. Everybody know Miami is where you go for spring break if you're really trying to have fun. I did not have no nigga, don't mind my business, and I was just there to party and to have fun. I also want to note that when me and Misty met each other, I think during that year I turned 18 or she met me when I was 18. I don't remember, but I know I was 18 and I grew up in a really strict household, not strict, but structured household where I couldn't do shit. Like I was still living my life, y'all, based on these story times. But the rule was, don't ask me, you can't do it until you hit a certain age. When I hit 18, that was my age. So I was always partying, I was always having fun, and that just was like the best times ever. So yeah, before we even get to Miami, let me tell y'all this too. Me and Misty hung out, not hung out. We went to the club 2 times together, and both of the times that we went to the club, she was really stuck up and she was acting like she didn't want to be there. And I'm gonna also say that that's because I was getting hella attentions from the girls and the boys. Y'all know when y'all drunk, like girls is drunk, they go ahead and they hype you up. It was that type of vibe from the females. And for the niggas, of course, they want to like dance and all that extra shit. I don't want it to make it seem like I was a hoe, like I was just out there. I don't want no one to be in my comments talking about something. Of course you're shaking your ass. Of course they're gonna want to fuck on you and talk to you. No, it was not that. It was simply because I was actually enjoying the club and doing me. If I was ever dancing, I was dancing on a girl, no gay shit. But yeah. Before we start this video, let me go ahead and show y'all my body too, so y'all can understand this too. So this is my body. I actually took this picture when I was when I literally first met Misty. So baby, and I was getting out of a toxic relationship, so I dropped a few pounds, baby. I was happy. So yeah, let's just say that. And while I was at the club, I really didn't assume that she was like stuck up or jealous or anything. That's why I'm saying the signs were there, but I didn't just assume like, oh, she's jealous of me. Like, no, like be fucking for real. Like, not everybody have that type of intentions or mindset. If anything, I really didn't care that much to figure out what was wrong with her. I just knew she was her. And I also want to say this, because she was light skinned, y'all know that whole light skin and dark skin shit. Yeah, that also played a factor too. She was very, oh, my skin is so nice, my hair is so loose, oh, the niggas, oh, I'm just like the prettiest light skin ever. She would also often say, oh, niggas only like light skin, they love light skin color, like stuff like that, always implying that dudes is gonna go for her just because she's light skinned. I would clock her tea like, okay, girl, what the fuck do you mean? Like, light skins are hella pretty, and like, you know, I'm like the prettiest shade of black. Like, the first day we got to Miami was cool. Second day, it was the night we went to a lounge. Mind y'all, I'm in a cute little blue dress. I look really pretty. If I have a video of that dress, I'm gonna put it in here. And I just like, the body was tea. I'm not gonna lie, the body was tea. I was really snatched. So when we was even getting dressed, like her energy was even off then too, because she had a dress too, but it wasn't like shaping her right, I guess you could say. And she was like looking at me like, oh, you're gonna wear that, you don't think that is too like revealing? And I'm like, girl, what? Like, we're in Miami, it's hot. Like, why would I not wear this? Like, what's the problem with the dress? So she just kept trying to talk me out of wearing my outfit. And I was like, girl, I'm not wearing that. And I also do want to say this, that around this time, she was really like picking on me. Like, I don't want it to make it sound like she was bullying me, but she would like nitpick anything. Like, y'all, if my toes, like, y'all know how some people toes are like straight like this. Mine's be a little, and I'm not scared to say that. I would post my toes any given day. I love my toes. But she'll be like, girl, why is your toes like that? Like, y'all ever met a friend that tried to like put you down? Like, they're trying to put insecurity in you. That's the type of friend that she started to be. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's what I realized about her. So it's like, she will always be like, oh, girl, your toes look so ugly in those sandals, don't wear that. Or she'll just try to say some shit like that. Or like, that was her. That's how she started to become, basically. So we ended up going to the lounge, and while I was in the lounge, we're dancing and like we're drinking, right? So we went back to the little bar area, not bar, but the high chairs, and we're sitting. We have drinks. Don't ask how we got drinks. We got the drinks. And we're just like having a ball. We pre-gamed before this too. I also want to say that. So we're really lit. And I'm like not trying to do too much. I'm just sitting. We're sitting at this time, and these dudes, they walk over to us, and it was two of them. Both her type. I want to say that too. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, yeah, like we gonna turn up. So they both came, and they're talking to me. I do want to also say this. That's hella disrespectful. Like, y'all knew y'all seen the girl. Like, y'all seen me with my friend. Don't, like, that was rude. That was unnecessary. That's what I can say. But I can't blame anybody for going to somebody who is their type, if that makes sense. So I'm talking to them, and it's actually a ball. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm excluding Misty. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is my friend, da, 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 because they talking about buying us drinks and all of that. So I introduced them to her, and then she's just like real geek. Like, she think, okay, like this is my chance, it's my turn to talk to one of them, whoop. And they just look at her, they talk, and they come back to me. So I could obviously see like that was like grinding her gears. And y'all, I wasn't trying to make it awkward, so I was just trying to keep the conversation short. In the midst of me talking to them, Misty drink fell on me. So I'm just like blowed. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm blowed because I'm like, how the fuck did your drink fall on me? And I wasn't looking at it like kind-hearted, like, oh, she just turned, da da da, because at this point we're sitting, and there's like no way how your drink could fall on my dress. Luckily, it was like one of them dresses where it's like the water is gonna like slip off of like the fabric, but it still got on me. Like, it still was like a little print of water on me. So she's just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm just so drunk. And I'm just like, okay, like, yeah, okay. So I automatically, it's like, I start becoming irritated, and the dudes, they're looking at me, they're like, no, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, you still look cute, you still look cute, or whatever. So they end up saying, like, they were there. So I'm not gonna lie, Miami was the time. So they end up like saying, oh, they got something that they doing after, and if you want to come with them. This is dumb. This is really dumb, because like, when you young, you really shouldn't be doing no shit like this, but you was living. They actually had everything that they was talking about. And that's gonna be another story for another time. So we end up going with them, and we get on the boat, and we're just like having fun. Like, I'm having fun. I don't care. I don't know what Misty doing, because after she did that weird shit, I kind of confirmed it. Like, that was like my confirmation, if that makes sense. Because the whole friendships, you doing weird shit like this, for your drink to happen to spill on me when you're not getting attention, and we're in front of niggas too, like, it was just too much. It was too much. And she was also trying to do that nitpicking shit while we were in front of them, as far as like, oh girl, like, your toes are sliding out the slides, like shit like that. And I'm like, girl, what? I'm over here dancing, I'm sweating, I'm in this hot ass lounge, what the fuck do you mean? And like, me, I don't smoke. So she used to be like, oh, she's lame, she don't smoke, I only drink. And at that, y'all, I barely drink. Like, I drink, I get turned, but I don't make it my personality. Like, I listen, y'all, I love me some rum, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not just gonna be sloppy drunk, if that makes sense. So she smoked occasionally, so she was trying to like get cool points off of me not doing certain shit. That's one thing I noticed. So anyway, we get on the boat, we end up getting in at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I went straight to my bed. We was in a hotel with 2 beds. I went straight to my bed, and I'm like laying down. I passed out for probably like 15 minutes. And I want to also say this, that I'm a really heavy sleeper when I trust my surroundings. You would think, girl, I ain't sleep in decades the way I be sleeping. But when I don't trust my situations or my intuition, it's like acting up. I'm like really a light sleeper. Like, I could be asleep, but my brain is like still on, if that makes sense. So that night, I was like sleeping really light. I was getting rest, but I was sleeping light. So I don't know how long went by, but my back is like, I'm sleeping. My back is facing the other way, and facing away from Misty. So it's my bed, her bed, and she's like laying straight, watching TV or whatever. So what really like caught my attention was she got on FaceTime. I heard the answer. She got on FaceTime. So she started talking shit, thinking that I'm asleep on this FaceTime call. She's just like, yeah, this girl is so aggravated, and I wish I could come to Miami with her. And whoever she's on the phone with, it's like, why you say that? Like, why you say that? And then she just started saying all this extra shit, like, oh, she's boy crazy, she wanted all the niggas in her face, and she just don't know how to be a good friend. She's a whole, like, all this extra shit. And then she just started proceeding by saying, oh, she's just so privileged. She's so privileged. So it's like, in the mix of telling like this twisted story that never happened, she starts bringing up the shit that is like at home. Like, oh, she never has to worry about nothing. Because I do want to say this too, y'all. With her friendship, she always asked me, she was like, how do you make money if you don't have a job? How do you make money if you don't have a job? And I told y'all plenty of times, I'm a successful entrepreneur, but I don't like leading in friendships like that, because that's how people try to use you. But she used to always ask me, like, how do you make money? You don't work. Like, she'll be at her ships, and I'm just at home chilling, buying something. She's like, that used to irritate her too. I also want to say that. Watch out for them friends. But yeah, so she was like, she's just so fucking privileged. She always gets everything she wants, and she think coming to Miami, she's gonna treat me like this. So now it's just like all these extra shit that she starts building up started coming out, and all of that. Yeah. And I also do want to say this. I'm gonna say that for another story time. I'm gonna save that for another story time, because if y'all right now, what day is it? It is November 5th. We got a new president, by the way. But if y'all on TikTok and that whole story time, like, oh, the girl cut her friend off because the friend wouldn't allow her to meet her man. I'm that girl to cut the friend off, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I didn't physically cut her off, but mentally I was like, okay, that's crazy. I'm gonna actually do another story time right after this, telling y'all why. So y'all gonna see, y'all, that might be a crazy title, but y'all gonna see. Anyways, so she's on FaceTime with the girl, and they talking. She dissing me, all of that. And I just remember in the conversation, the friend on the FaceTime just started saying like, yeah, she do always be posting like da 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 da, just talking shit about me. So I'm up, and most of y'all probably like, why didn't you check it when it was happening? I felt like at that point, I just wanted to hear everything. Like, I already felt it. I wanted to hear from her mouth. It wasn't gonna do me no good. Well, it would have. I would be her ass. But I wanted to hear what the fuck this girl was actually thinking about me, because she been around me. So, so they talking. And it got to a point on FaceTime where she was like, I got something for her. I got it with me. Now, y'all heard plenty of stories about Kanika Jenkins, and I don't want to mess up her name, but Shank, I just put her name right here. How they went to Mexico and they killed her. Never. Like, to me, I'm always aware like that. So when she said that to me, girl, those are threat words. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck you have for me. So I kind of like move my body, like shift my body and turn her way, but my eyes are still closed. So when she said that, she was like, oh shit, don't say nothing. She's like, she might be waking up. So I shift and I'm like still up, but my eyes is like open a little bit. She waited 10 minutes or so, and then she made sure I was asleep. So she on her bag and she's like, I got it. Mind y'all, I done heard plenty of stories about bitches throwing acids on girls. I don't play that. I never played that. So I wanted to make sure I knew what the fuck she was talking about. I wasn't gonna sit there and just let nobody do nothing to me. So she go on her purse and she pull out this bag. I don't know what's in the bag, but it was something in the bag. This little baggie. And she go to the Hennessy bottle, because we had open liquor. She go to the Hennessy bottle and she pour it in there. She pour it in. We had Dawn and Hennessy. She poured it in both of them. And she was like, yeah, she want to get drunk. She want to do all that extra shit. I got something for her. So she poured the shit in the bag, in the bottle. So in my mind, my heart dropped. I'm not going to lie. My heart dropped, because it's like, there's no way somebody is this jealous to the point where they'll poison you. The bitch tried to poison me. She tried to poison me. I could have been dead. So she did that. I did not go to sleep. I pretended to be asleep the whole time. And I was just up. Once she fell asleep, y'all, I packed my bags. And I ain't gonna say pack my bags, because ever since I got robbed, I never unpacked. And that was like a similar story of just like jealous people. And I thank God for the people that I was with, because it was classic weekend, y'all. We was having a ball, and we had the B&B come back, and there's people people our age trying to rob us. So I never unpack. My suitcase is always packed. The most I unpack is my shoe on my feet and clothes on my body. Nothing like that. So I zipped my suitcase up. I booked my flight, and it was nothing to book that flight. I don't give a fuck how much it was. And I took an early flight, and I went home. And ever since that, I never really spoke to her. I never really thought it did me any justice confronting her. She was on her story posting weird shit like, oh, you come to Miami with your friend and leave them. That's the weird as fuck. That's weird as fuck. Everybody knew we went to Miami together. So I knew what she meant. And I posted on my story, and I said, trying to poison your friend is crazy, and because you're jealous as fuck and insecure as fuck that you don't look the way you want to look, and niggas not giving you attention because you're light skinned or whatever. Yeah. And ever since then, she never really responded to me, because I'm pretty sure she knew that she was dead wrong and knew she got caught. And that's really the story time of how I went on a trip with a jealous friend, and she tried to poison me. Like, what? These bitches really be weird. But if y'all like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Be on the lookout for this next story time, because it's going to be juicy too. About her too. So I love y'all. Bye.